Today on Karamo, Kalysta is 19 years old.
So you believe she is using your dad?
Yeah.
And wants her father to leave his girlfriend,
You don't know me.
who happens to be 20 years old.
I love this girl with every bit of my soul.
Secrets will be unlocked,
Did he propose to you?
Yes.
and so will one ultimatum
You leave her, or you never speak to me again.
that will force this man to choose
I can't do this.
between his girlfriend and his daughter. Plus, why will Matt's wife's phone be unlocked before she comes out?
Matt says you have a sexual addiction.
Don't go away, because there will be a shocking audio message.
That's where all of this comes from.
Will they decide to end their marriage today?
I'm just tired.
I want y'all to take a look at this photo. This is Robert, and one of these young ladies is Robert's daughter, and the other is his girlfriend. Can you guess which? I know, I'm messy for that, but listen. This is Robert's 19-year-old daughter, Kalysta, and this is his 20-year-old girlfriend, Lee. His 19-year-old daughter, Kalysta, says her father's being used by his 20-year-old girlfriend, Lee, and she wants to give him an ultimatum. Leave Lee, or she is walking away from her father for good. Everyone, please welcome Kalysta to the show so we can get her side of this story. Hey, Kalysta, how are you doing? May I have a hug? Nice to meet you. Thanks for being here. So I had to put the side-by-side up, because y'all know y'all look the same
Right.
age, you know.
Right.
So tell me from your point of view, what's going on?
So basically, Karamo, I didn't even find out that my dad was with her until I was on social media one day. And mind you, me and my dad follow each other on TikTok.
Okay.
So boom, I'm looking on TikTok, and then I see this video, and excuse my French, but they had made a song talking about they each other. So in my head, I'm like, this ain't real. Like, that's not
Yeah,
my dad.
this
you feel
is
me?
not real, yeah.
So I started getting heated. I'm like, what the And then boom, my dad, he lives in Georgia. I live in Florida.
Okay.
So he had told me to pull up on him. So I pull up, and I get in the car, and the bitch didn't even say hi to me, first of all. So my dad had to speak for her. And I was like, okay, first, that was the first red flag. So I'm like, all right, I already don't with her. After that, she gonna send me a paragraph basically saying, oh, like I know how you feel, whoop the whoop. Basically talking about how she's in love with my dad, like, and not to feel any type of way about it. At the end of the day, we in the same generation. You feel me? I already know what
You're a
type
year
of game.
apart.
Right. I already know what type of game she's trying to play. But she's not about to play with my dad. You feel me?
Okay, got it. So you believe she is using your dad?
Yeah.
What has she gotten so
definitely.
far to make you feel that way?
Because my dad told me that she was homeless or whatever, and my dad always taking in the homeless, so I wouldn't be surprised if he picked up another one.
Okay, and Lee sent you a text message. Hey, I just wanted to let you know I definitely think about how you feel, and I'm not asking you to like me. I just want you to know it was never about age between me and your dad. Actually, before I even knew his age, I knew I was in love with him. I knew he had kids when I met him. He just didn't tell me the ages yet. When I found out he had a 20-year-old daughter, I definitely didn't want to go through with the relationship because I knew it was going to be like this. He insisted on continuing it, so I apologize if I don't seem like I care. I respect how you feel. That's a very nice message.
I guess.
Why you guess?
Because at the end of the day, Karamo, it's like, that's my dad. You feel me? Like, regardless of this paragraph or whatever she's telling me, at the end of the day, I already know what's up.
Okay.
And she stay in Atlanta. Like, there's plenty of white men to throw some money and help her out. You feel me? So it's just like, bitch, that's my dad. Like, why do you want him?
Why white men get a bullet? Y'all saw that? They got a bullet, but no, bullet, done. All right, well, this relationship between Robert and Lee upsets you.
Yes, it does.
And when you tell him it upsets you, what does he say?
He just be like, oh, Kalysta, I'm in love with her. Like, I can't control who I love. To me, that sounds like.
Well, Kalysta's dad, Robert, is here, and we're going to bring him out in one moment. But first, let's hear what his girlfriend Lee had to say. Everyone, please welcome Lee to the show. Hi, Lee. How are you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
I'm doing
Please take a
okay.
seat for me. So what do you have to say about what Kalysta just said?
I can't fix that, what y'all went through. I can't fix that.
Okay, but you don't gotta be with him, though.
I don't. I didn't pick your dad, though. He picked me. I was out minding my business when your dad seen me on Instagram and decided to come and speak to me. And just to clear the air, I wasn't homeless when I met your dad. That's completely wrong.
Okay, so why do you live with him?
We were, after the club, we hung out, chilled. He told me to come back to his place, so we never separated. We just been together since the beginning. And even when we started, he was actually in another relationship before we even did anything. When everything was going on, I really didn't want to be with your dad in the beginning because of how he did me in the beginning of the relationship.
Him being with somebody
I knew,
else.
Yeah, I knew he had a girlfriend or whatever the case may be, but it's like he was telling me different things, and then it's just crazy.
Got
like
it. How does it feel when Kalysta says that you're using her dad, though?
You don't know me. You haven't been around me. We haven't had no, like this. We haven't done this before, so,
You don't even know what to say because you know you're using him.
I'm not using him though. You can't. You don't know me. You've never been around me. It came to a point where I had to drop everything because he got evicted from his spot when I moved in. It was like that was my birthday in August. That was my birthday. I was out in his lawn helping pick up my from his lawn when it was raining and all types of my all in bags, and I had to, at a point, I didn't want to say this, but I had to go strip to keep us in a roof because he wasn't comfortable with getting a regular job because it's been so long for him.
Got it. How long have you two been together?
Almost a year now.
1 year. Okay. So this
At the end
is
of
long
the day,
term.
nobody asked you to do that, though.
You didn't have to ask. That's just the type of person I am, though.
Right.
But hearing her say that, like, they were evicted and that she actually had to find a job where she could support them, does that make you still feel like she's using him?
Yeah, because, so what does that mean? What does that have to do with anything?
And did he propose to you?
He has asked me to marry him, yes.
Okay. Did you know that?
That's the first time I'm even find this out, Karamo.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even know they was about to get married. First you're already a little girl. Now you telling me y'all about to get married, but you can't even take care of your own daughter? Like, I don't get that.
Okay.
From my understanding, I can't really speak too much on it, but when he was trying to be in your life, it's like you didn't even want him to be in your life.
I
and you
never
can't
said that.
use but that's what, I'm just saying, that's what I just said. I can't really say too much on it, but from what I'm getting brought into, that's what I'm saying. That's how I feel about it.
Lee, are you concerned about the 20-year age difference?
Somewhat, but not really.
Not really?
No.
Why not really, though? Like, why does
It's just something I've always done. I've always been with somebody older than me.
Do you call your father Dad or Robert?
I call him Robert because after I found out about them two, it's like, until you act like a father, I'm not gonna call you Dad. You feel me? Like, that's just how I feel, honestly.
Do you call him as a pet name Daddy?
I love this girl with every bit of my soul.
Can Robert's 19-year-old daughter accept his 20-year-old girlfriend?
Leave her, or you never speak to me again.
Stay tuned because you won't believe what happens. Plus, will one phone unlocked lead to the end of one marriage?
This is Robert, and one of these young ladies is Robert's daughter, and the other is his girlfriend. Can you guess which? This is Robert's 19-year-old daughter, Kalysta, and this is his 20-year-old girlfriend, Lee. His 19-year-old daughter, Kalysta, says her father's being used by his 20-year-old girlfriend, Lee, and she wants to give him an ultimatum. Leave Lee, or she is walking away from her father for good. Do you call your father Dad or Robert?
I call him Robert. Until you act like a father, I'm not gonna call you Dad.
You call him as a pet name Daddy?
Yeah, because what do you call him? Because I know I don't even call him Dad. So what do you call him?
Daddy,
Okay.
babe,
Okay.
baby.
Okay. Well, I think it's time to bring out Robert or Daddy. And hear what he has to say about all this. So Robert, come on out. Hey, Robert, how you doing? Nice to meet you. So what do you have to say about what you just heard?
To be honest, I know she's got a lot of damage. I know she's got a lot of hurt. But I don't want her to be upset with me because she doesn't have a GED. I don't want her to be upset.
I'm sorry, Karamo. What does that have to do with anything? What does me having a GED have to do with anything? You haven't even been here.
Robert, you said that Kalysta blames you for how her life turned out. Is that why you're bringing up her
Kalysta blames
education?
me for everything. She misses her dad. That's the reality. She feels like there's a 20-year-old girl that's taking her place, that's getting driving lessons and, you know, the works. That's,
I feel like...
So why weren't you in her life?
I found her mom doing something that I didn't approve of as my wife.
Allegedly.
And it was a very traumatic experience for me.
That's still not an excuse to leave your kids.
And I didn't plan to leave my children. My plan was to leave, go to my grandma's house for a couple of days, get myself together, do a quick one, fast turnaround. And when I turned around, the door was no longer open.
I still feel like you could have, as a father, once you have kids, that's your responsibility. Like,
And how old were you when this happened with her mother?
You were what, 13?
13.
I think I was
13?
like, I don't know, like probably 13.
13 years old, okay. And so 13 to now 18 or 19, you haven't been together or talked and it's been a strain. How often do you all see each other?
Every blue moon.
Every blue moon. So what's that, like once a year?
Maybe once every
Maybe,
2 years.
Yeah, I was about to say 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah.
He just makes it so hard because it's like, as my father, where the have you been? Like, what the
So how do you feel that she calls you Robert?
I understand that she calls me Robert because at the end of the day, she doesn't have the respect or the know-how to call me dad because she hasn't felt a dad in her life. I'm in a situation that only I can get myself out of because I put myself in it.
So why don't you get yourself out of this relationship?
Karamo, would you like me to speak on that?
Sure.
I love this girl with every bit of my soul. Is all I can say.
I don't get that.
You're not supposed to get it. It's not for you to get.
It was never about our age. Like, I don't know.
I feel like that's the first thing you should ask
Yeah,
somebody.
but that's it. It wasn't the first thing I asked.
Right now, and my producer told me it's a message from Kalysta's mom, Janelle.
Kalysta's mother is about to sound off.
You don't know anything. You're just a child.
What will happen to Robert's relationship with his 20-year-old girlfriend?
I'm gonna give you an ultimatum.
And what will happen to his relationship with his 19-year-old daughter?
I can't do this.
Stay tuned.
You are the Five. Get off my stage.
Robert, you said that Kalysta blames you for how her life turned out.
She misses her dad. That's the reality. She feels like there's a 20-year-old girl that's taking her place. Is all I can say.
I don't get that.
You're not supposed to get it. It's not for you to get.
It was never about our age.
And my producer told me it's a message from Kalysta's mom, Janelle.
Hi, Karamo. This is Janelle, Kalysta's mother and Robert's ex-wife. This message for Lee. Lee, you had no business texting my daughter, trying to say you know how she feels. You don't know anything. You're just a child. You have nothing to do with what's going on between my daughter and her father. You need to mind your own business and check your position. As far as I'm concerned, I don't even know what you're doing there. And this message is for Robert, my ex. I find it quite funny how this young girl looks like a bad version of me. You are Kalysta's father. You should know better. Why are you trying to force a relationship between our daughter and this trick that won't even be here next summer? You owe our daughter an apology because you kicked her to the curb for some tail. And that's why she's pissed at you, Robert.
You heard her?
That's just her mom.
Y'all need to run
Kalysta's
that
basically a carbon copy of her mom. You know, we were in love at one point, and we fell out of love. So at one point, Kalysta loved her dad, and she fell out of love with her dad because the mom fell out of love with the dad.
Got it. Why did she have to find out about the relationship on TikTok? Why didn't you just communicate with her like I'm in a relationship and I'm happy?
Right, like why am I the first daughter at that? Your first child, and you can't even have the common decency to let me know, regardless if we talk or not?
Because Kalysta's mad disrespectful.
So I gotta say one thing. Lee, I actually do respect the fact that you sent that message.
Exactly. It was just a respect thing. Like,
Yeah,
it was
I
nothing
understand.
more, nothing
I understand her
less.
point of view, and I understand your mother's frustration and anger and where that's coming from and how that's causing more tension in this. But what she was trying to do, what she didn't have to do, was trying to at least acknowledge, like, I understand this is awkward for you. I understand our same age, and I think it was actually a very mature thing for her to do to show respect that she didn't have to do. And I appreciate you doing that because it shows your character. So thank you for being here.
Of course.
I want to talk to
Thank
them.
you for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah, get out. And I don't know why you gonna kick him away. I don't want to see her again. Like real drama.
Well, the thing is, unfortunately, that's not a decision you can make or I can make. Your father is the only person who can make that decision if he's in a relationship with her. But at the end of the day, the reason I asked her to leave is because I didn't need her out here in the first place, because this is about you two. This is about a daughter who, you, out of your own mouth, felt abandoned, felt disrespected by her father leaving, was in a hard situation with her mother. The mother has feelings of anger. And unfortunately, when we're in relationships, those, especially our oldest, they pick up on like what it is, because you in the house, being the oldest, I'm almost sure, had to then become the protector of your mom. But that's not your fault. What is the fault is from you, because once she started picking up those feelings, Dad should have been right there to say, no, I'm sorry for what I did. I'm sorry that I wasn't there to tell you that I still love you, to tell you that I am there to support you. I'm gonna ask you right now, what do you need from your dad?
I need you to be there for me. You already missed hella years. You can't take them back. Nobody can go back in the past. But if you're gonna be here now in my life, I'm gonna give you an ultimatum. It's either you with me and you leave her, or you go with her and you never speak to me again.
So hold on, let me tell you this really quickly, because I'm gonna respond for you for this. I'm gonna respond for you in this moment. Because if you respond, it's gonna seem more like rejection. It is not fair for you to make an ultimatum to your father in that way. And the reason being is because what you just said are not your own feelings. Those are your mother's feelings. But what she can, and she's right for, is that I can understand completely how it would feel, and I want you to put her in your shoes, and yourself in her shoes. My father was not there for me between the ages of 13 and 19. Critical ages for a young woman.
Critical.
And even out of your mouth, you flippantly made a joke that like, well, you know, she over here mad because I'm teaching this young girl how to drive. Like those jokes, like, in your mind might be fun, but for her, she did miss out on Dad teaching her how to drive.
Yeah.
And she did miss out on everything else. And so she has the right to be fully pissed about the fact that, like, you got somebody who's almost my age. It's not about Lee. It's about the fact that she's saying, Dad, you didn't give me what I deserved. Can you talk to your daughter about that?
I'm not going to take your ultimatum. Obviously, you know that I'm a very stubborn, selfish person. You know me.
Trust, I
Okay,
know.
so I'm definitely gonna stay with Lee, okay, because she makes me
Bruh.
happy.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can't do this.
Yeah. I gotta tell you this. I was trying to help you to understand that bringing up Lee or any of these things, I was trying to model and give you the tools. See, what you need to understand is that your daughter sees that you're capable of giving love because you're giving love to a girl that's almost the same age.
Correct.
She needs her father to say, no matter who else I'm loving, I'm always going to love you. No matter if I'm with her, I'm gonna make sure you're a priority. I'm gonna make sure that you see that you're a priority from here on out.
I wish I knew all this before she walked off, Karamo.
I know. This is a learning process. It's a learning process. It's a learning process. It's a
I
learning
blew
process.
it.
You didn't blow it. You didn't blow
Can't
it.
y'all get her back out here?
I'm not gonna get her back out here. Because what I want you to do, what you should have done when she was 13, is you go after her. Go for it.
Will Robert be able to save his relationship with his daughter?
Don't close your heart out to me, open it up.
Or is it too little, too late? Plus, one phone unlocked that will force this husband and wife
I'm just tired.
to decide the fate of their marriage.
Lee, you have nothing to do with what's going on between my daughter and her father. You owe our daughter an apology because you kicked her to the curb for some tail. And that's why she's pissed at you, Robert.
I'm gonna give you an ultimatum. It's either you with me and you leave her, or you go with her and you never speak to me again.
I'm not going to take your ultimatum.
I'm sorry. I can't do this.
I'm sorry for mentioning her name, period, when this is your chance to heal. But what I will tell you, just like Karamo just told me to tell you, no matter who I'm with or what I'm doing, I'm gonna love you more than I love the check, okay? I'm sorry that I haven't been there, but I'm here now, and I'm gonna work every day, every second, every hour. Don't close your heart out to me, open it up. I'm here, I'm your father. I love you, Kalysta. Okay? I'm sorry.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Can we go back out here?
Okay.
Because, I mean, obviously Karamo's the best of the best, and I love you, girl.
How are you feeling right now?
I just feel overwhelmed with emotions right now.
Yeah.
It's still gonna take me time to get used to the fact that I'm sorry, but your bitch is the same age as me.
Yeah. So can I encourage you to do this? If you really want a relationship with your father, you can't worry about anybody else. So I get it. But if you really want to see this relationship be built, y'all both have to, this is where you have to meet him. I made sure he can't win and got you because no longer you chasing after him. But this is where you, as a young woman, get to show your maturity. You deserved love that you did not receive. And yes, your mother gave it to you and you had all the support, but you deserved him to be there.
My baby girl.
And what I've noticed about you, and I'm gonna give you your flowers, is that I know you came here to learn. You came here to grow. And I see it. You're like, everything I'm saying, you're processing it, receiving it, and putting it into clear action. And I can tell you something as a young woman. I've been doing this many years with many men. And men are normally the hardest to learn, to adapt something you teach them, and to grow quickly. It's just the truth. The fact that I saw him do it in real time shows me that he does love you and he wants to be there. Do you want to say, Dad, I'll let you in?
Robert, I will let you in, and hopefully one day I'll stop calling you by your government and I will accept this relationship, but right now I just need time, but I will let you in.
Good. And will you commit to say, I will show up for you?
Daughter, I will show up for you day in, day out.
Stick with that, and it will help you out to have a good relationship, okay? All right. I really do wish y'all the best of luck. You give me a
Matt has been tracking his wife's location.
Shows that she was at a motel for 4 hours.
Why will Matt's wife's phone be unlocked?
My Unlock the Phone investigator searched her GPS and found that she...
Before she comes out,
Matt says you have a sexual addiction.
stay tuned.
You are the Five. Get off my stage.
My guest, Matt, says his wife is a liar, and he claims he has evidence of her cheating on him. Amanda swears she has done nothing wrong, and we're unlocking her phone to find out the truth. Everyone, please welcome Matt to the show. How you doing?
How you
Have a
doing,
hug?
sir?
Have a hug?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, man. Thanks
Yeah.
for being here.
Thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate you bringing me on.
Of course. So, Matt, you wrote into the show asking for my help. I want everyone to take a look at this. Hi, Karamo. My name is Matt, and I love watching your show. Thank you. My wife, Amanda, is a habitual liar, and I believe she may have a sexual addiction as well. During our relationship, she's had multiple affairs which have been proven with concrete evidence. Wow. While certain things she denies due to my lack of evidence, I believe that Amanda is cheating again and want to find out the truth and need you to unlock her phone. Knowing the truth will help me decide if I should stay or go. Matt, wow. So this is a critical moment in your relationship.
Yes, sir. It sure is.
So why do you believe she's cheating on you now?
Well, her timeline from August of this past year shows that she was at a motel for 4 hours.
Got it.
From roughly 4 in the morning till, 8 that morning.
Got it. And you describe your wife as a serial cheater, though.
Oh, yeah. The first time was about 3 months after we got married.
Oh, wow.
There have been multiple other times that she's been caught. I've found text messages, I've found Snapchats, I've found letters.
And how long have you been married?
We have been married for 10 years this year.
10 years.
Kind of got in some trouble.
Okay.
Separated, found our way back to each other.
Okay. What kind of trouble were you in, if you don't mind me asking?
We got in trouble for selling drugs.
Okay. Since then, you've just stayed with her because you think she's going to stop cheating?
She says that each time.
And what does she say to you when you accuse her?
She denies everything until I lay evidence out there.
Got it. And what about the motel? What did she say about that?
She has no clue how it got on her timeline.
So you brought some evidence to the show you wanted to show me.
Yeah, from 4:50 to 8:56 a.m. She was at this motel, again, followed by what is her normal daily routine.
Do you have anybody that you suspect that she could have been cheating with?
I don't know exactly who.
So I have another question. Do you normally track her?
Because of our history, yeah, the location's supposed to be left on. Many times I've found that it's not.
Okay. And has she ever admitted to cheating?
Yeah, when the evidence left her no option but to admit to it.
Have you ever cheated on her?
Yes.
You have. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And how many times have you cheated on her?
Twice.
Twice you cheated on her. A sincere question. If she's been doing this for 10 years, you said 3 weeks into the relationship, she started cheating or you started being suspicious, why would this be the time to leave the relationship if she's been doing this forever?
I've just gotten fed up.
So Amanda turned over her phone to our investigator. So what's on the line for you if it comes back that she's lying about any of that?
I'm gonna have to find my own way.
So
I'm gonna have to make my own way.
So we normally don't do this here. I usually wait till I talk to both of you to unlock your phones. But, I was backstage. I observe everyone who's here before I come out. I think it's a big part of what I do. Maybe y'all don't know that. I just observe. I think it's important to see how people's behavior is beforehand. So I've decided I want to go ahead and unlock her phone now for you so you can have those results. Does that work? So here are Amanda's Unlock the Phone results.
Why will Matt's wife's phone be unlocked? Before she comes out.
Matt says you have a sexual addiction.
And will they decide to end their marriage today?
I'm just tired.
Stay tuned.
My guest, Matt, says his wife is a liar, and he claims he has evidence of her cheating on him. Amanda swears she has done nothing wrong, and we're unlocking her phone to find out the truth. So we normally don't do this here. I usually wait till I talk to both of you to unlock your phones. So I've decided I want to go ahead and unlock her phone now for you so you can have those results. Matt, you want to know if Amanda has been communicating with any other men. She says she's not. My Unlock the Phone investigator searched her text and found she's telling the truth. Matt, you want to know if Amanda is in contact with specific men from her past. She says she's not. My Unlock the Phone investigator searched her phone and found she's telling the truth. Matt, you want to know if Amanda has been back to the motel where her phone got pinged. She says she has not been. My Unlock the Phone investigator searched her GPS and found that she is telling the truth.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. You're welcome. I thought it was important to get that out. So how do you feel knowing that?
I feel relief, honestly. This has been going on for so long, and it eats at me every day.
Got it.
I mean, the depression is debilitating at times.
Yeah. Well, listen, everyone, I think it's time to talk to your wife and hear what she has to say. So everyone, please welcome Amanda to the show.
See? I told you. Now what? I told you.
Hi, Amanda. Thanks for being here. Nice to meet you. Yes, thank you. So, Amanda, were you worried about the phone being unlocked at all?
No, not at all.
Not at all?
No.
Okay. And what do you have to say about what you just heard?
Well, we started off our relationship cheating with each other, which was obviously kind of...
Got it. How you got into it?
red flag there. But we had some issues. I accept responsibility for my cheating in the past. I did. I have lied. I have cheated a few different times.
Yeah.
It's obviously been an issue. It's became an issue, and I guess I've finally grown up and realized that. And I can't do it no more. He's controlling my every move anymore. I can't see my family. I can't talk to my family. I can't, without him knowing everything I do or being there, or I can't go to the store by myself. I can't.
Why can't you see your family, though?
He thinks that I'm conspiring with my family to,
Is that true?
to cheat, I guess.
Yeah.
And how often does he accuse you of cheating?
Daily sometimes.
Amanda, you said that Matt says you have a sexual addiction.
No, I do not have a sexual addiction. I have been with multiple partners. I've cheated. I believe it was something that we were lacking in our relationship.
How's your sex life together?
Now it's honestly great.
Is that true? Are you getting nervous about that? So, Amanda, do you think Matt is cheating?
I have suspected that, yes, because several years ago, he did the whole revenge cheating whenever I first cheated. And that was just like a whoa, a shock kind of there.
Karamo,
and then here recently.
She was told ahead of time.
Here
if you
recently.
Don't come home,
Here
here's what I'm
recently.
doing.
Yeah. So, you want to unlock Matt's phone, too?
Yeah.
Okay, then. Well, I think it's time to unlock his phone as well. All right, Matt, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Amanda, you want to know if Matt is using any dating apps to hook up with other women. He says he's not. My Unlock the Phone investigators searched his apps and found he's telling the truth. Amanda, you want to find out if Matt has been in contact with specific women from his past. He said he's not. My Unlock the Phone investigators searched his phone and found that he is telling the truth.
All right.
Amanda, you want to know if Matt is communicating with any new women in the past year. He says he's not. My Unlock the Phone investigators searched his DMs and found that he is telling the truth.
All right. I apologize.
My Unlock the Phone investigator did find something very interesting, something that I actually found very interesting, which was in your text messages.
Mine?
Yes. We found over 300 heated text messages between the two of you. Yes. Which, once I saw you two this morning and was observing you, I said, is there any mess between them? And they said, yes, there is, which they let me hear, which we then pulled up, and I want to show some of these.
Don't go away, because there will be a shocking audio message.
That's where all of this comes from.
That's a lot.
And then this couple will have to make a decision
I'm just tired.
about whether or not this marriage should end today.
Matt, you want to know if Amanda has been communicating with any other men. She says she's not. My Unlock the Phone investigator searched her text and found that she is telling the truth. So you want to unlock Matt's phone too. My Unlock the Phone investigator did find something very interesting, something that I actually found very interesting. We found over 300 heated text messages between the two of you, which we then pulled up, and I want to show some of these.
I'm not for nothing. I'm not for nothing. You're real for what you've done. Because that's where all of this comes from. And had you never spread your legs for just somebody, well, there wouldn't be an issue tonight, would there? There you go. Had you have been the wife that you stood in the church and promised you would be, none of this would be an issue tonight.
Amanda, does he talk to you like that a lot?
Quite often, yes. Yeah, it's hurtful.
Do you two have children?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you talk like that in front of your children?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Not saying there hasn't been arguments, but no, we try to limit that in front
Okay,
of them,
then.
especially.
I've got another question for you. Is there substance abuse issues?
In our past, yes.
Well, is there substance abuse issues now? Okay. I'll take that as I know my answer.
Yeah.
Okay. I know you say you don't talk like this in front of your children. How many children do you have?
We have 2 together and 6 total. I have 2 previous. She
Okay.
has 2.
Okay. Do they live with you all?
No.
They don't. Okay. Where do they live?
Our 2 youngest live with my father. My other 2 live with their father, and with their mother.
Okay.
His
I'm
2
gonna-
oldest.
I'm going to ask you a sincere question. Do you think cheating is the only real issue in this relationship?
No.
Okay. First of all, this codependency that's happening between you two, you would agree. I saw you shake your head. I also believe that there's extreme paranoia. And paranoia is usually comes with something from substance abuse issues. That's why I also asked you the question before, if this has been going on from the beginning, why now? There's an unhealthy part of this relationship that's been this way, but I think that part of what's made it unhealthy is the substance abuse issues.
I agree.
You agree?
I agree.
Yeah. Have you all ever thought about getting some type of rehab, getting counseling for that?
Yeah. We were actually doing well. Yeah, we have.
I've asked for counseling many times.
He has.
Yeah, yeah.
But it takes both of us to put the effort in, and he can't ask me, and then
Who normally tries to get
happened.
sober first and then the other one doesn't? Who normally does?
I've been sober
he has
more than once.
He has. Yeah, I've been out there when he wasn't.
Okay. And this is not to knock you or beat you down or anything of that nature. It's to say that both of you right now together are unhealthy.
Right.
Do you think you can get custody back of your kids? Are you trying to get custody back of your kids?
I would love to get custody back of my kids. Do
you
think
think
I
you can?
can? I have my moments where I'm scared to death, but yeah.
Do you think you can? You can
I'm,
be honest
I'm
with me.
sure we could.
But you don't. Are you trying?
I don't think that we're financially in that
Mentally
place
or emotionally
currently.
able.
Yeah.
So you're not trying?
Not
no,
at the moment.
not at
Okay,
the
yeah.
moment.
I appreciate your honesty with that because that's all I'm witnessing. As I'm watching your behavior as you two were talking to each other, that there is so much here that is deeper than the cheating.
Yeah.
What's going through your mind right now? Because I see you getting emotional.
Nothing. It's a lot.
Please don't.
It's a lot. Thank you.
Yeah.
We've been through it, and I'm just tired.
Yeah. Yeah. I can understand.
I just want things to change or anything.
Yeah.
And I love him, and I want to be with him.
You know, something you said out of your mouth, neither one of us deserve to live like this. I feel like we're living in depression and it's debilitating. Those were your own words.
Yes, sir.
So you know that neither of you deserve to live like this. But I don't think either of you know how to not live like this because of the codependency. And honestly, you're married to drama, you're married to lies, you're married to deception, and you need to divorce yourself from all of it. And each other, to be honest with you. Because what I know about addiction and about the paranoia is that this cycle will continue. You'll never be able to get healthy together. You know that, right? But because you're in the trenches, and so it's like things are so bad, you're just looking to each other to say, well, we can help each other dig each other out. When in actuality, you have to dig yourselves out alone. You're not going to be able to dig yourself out alone together. This is the only advice I have for you all. and I'm sure you weren't expecting me to take this turn, but I wouldn't be who I am if I'm not going to really observe what I see and try to give you the best advice I can. I'm going to ask my producers to help you both backstage to find some resources if you decide to make the decision to separate and to figure out how to get sober. Because sobriety is the only thing that's going to help this relationship get her back on track, but you have to do that separately. This is not a journey you all can go on together. I really do wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
I really do. I really do. All right, everyone. Thank you for being with us. Make sure to come back next time, friends, so we can keep talking and we can keep growing. I love you all.